Hi there, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for clicking. It's great to see you. If this is your first time, welcome. Do me a favor, hit subscribe, and please don't forget to like and share. I promised I'd be back with another episode, another review of many inspiring women entrepreneurs in Africa. And here I am for part 2 of Wadamaya's Footprints. There's so many entrepreneurs out there, and I am just doing 4 more wonderful, inspiring women entrepreneurs today. And trust me, men, I am getting there. You're coming up next. But today I want to introduce you to 4 inspiring and wonderful entrepreneurs that I learned a lot from. We're going to start in Nigeria, where I was introduced to Farida and Halima. These 2 women, different types of businesses with great lessons. Farida started many years ago working from the comfort of her home. She used to buy wrappers and sell them to her friends and family. But let's go back to the beginning. Farida was given 600,000 nairas by her mother to buy a car. She was married, and her husband encouraged her not to buy a car because it would be too hard to maintain 2 cars.
At first I started business with just a few wrappers and 10 pieces, like for 15,000 or 20,000. That is, let's see, my pocket money. But I was given 600,000 from my mom to buy a car.
Naira?
Yeah, naira, to buy a car. That's the last 10 years. I didn't buy the car. My husband encouraged me not to buy that car at then because he cannot handle 2 cars for maintenance at once.
Now, Farida was in school and was pregnant at the time, and her mom was trying to make her life more comfortable. Her husband is a businessman and suggested that if she not only bought 10 wrappers, but invested some of the money and bought 1,000 wrappers, he would show her how to make a business out of this. She trusted him immensely and did just that.
Then he encouraged me, maybe you can start the business with 1,000. Instead of you buying 10 pieces of wrappers, buy 1,000 of it. I will encourage you how to be successful. Yes, I was so scared. We bought that wrappers from India.
She bought 1,000 wrappers, and those 1,000 were sold with no credit, by cash. She learned about the importance of selling to wholesalers and making a profit through them. And within a week, those thousands were gone.
So in no time, in just 1 week, I can see I sold out that 1,000 pieces. And my profit was intact in cash. I was so surprised. Then he encouraged me I should keep on doing it. If there is anything, he will keep me in the right path because he's a business person, as I told you.
How much did you make in your first your first business?
In my first
Like
business,
from the 600?
yes, I can see 400. In no time, I was recording 1 million naira.
Out of the 600?
Out of the 600.
Farida was working out of the parlor in her home. And back then, there was only Facebook and WhatsApp, no Instagram. So her promotion was done on social media and word of mouth. Within the first year, Farida had turned that 600,000 nairas to 10 million nairas. Wow. Talk about profit.
First year?
Yes, in first year, I recorded around from 600,000. I was recording like 10 million naira for the first year of my business.
No, are you kidding me? No, the first year of your business?
Yes, the first year.
Out of the 600?
Yes, out of the 600, I was recording 10 million. And that was cash, I'm telling you. There is no credit in that business.
But she shares so many valuable lessons. First of all, don't be afraid to take a risk. Sure, that money would have been safe to buy a car or put in the bank. But by investing some of that money, she was able to make a lot more and learn and grow her business.
You see now I'm at my shop here.
Before you didn't have a shop?
Yes, it's in my house, in my parlor. My sitting room. I used to put the wrappers and selling it at home, but advertising from Facebook, there is no even Instagram then.
That time.
Yes,
Whoa.
only Facebook and WhatsApp.
So you were advertising on Facebook and
Yes,
WhatsApp?
yes.
You didn't have a shop?
I didn't have a shop.
Now you have a shop?
Yes, I
How many
have
shops
shops,
do you have?
3 shops.
She also learned that things happen when the time is right. It wasn't the right time to buy that car. It was the right time for her to start her business and grow that business.
There is no rush in life. That is what I can see. Everything, if it's time for you to do it, you will do it. Like me now, you can see I told you I'm having a lot of cars. That time, when I was given money for the car, it's not yet time for me to do it.
So in the right time, she expanded from her parlor to having 3 shops in Nigeria. She now has staff and has grown, expanded her reach with the wholesalers, her customer base, and of course grown with introduction of Instagram.
So if somebody want to buy anything from you or if somebody want to get to know who you are, where do we find you?
FMK Clothing Nigeria Limited at Instagram.
Okay, and
Yes,
Facebook?
Facebook, FMK Collectibles.
Before she didn't have Instagram, now she's giving us Instagram
Yeah.
handle. I just want to
So
say
I think from the Instagram, there's
Yeah.
the contact and everything.
Yes, everything is
Everything.
there.
She said that it wasn't the right time to buy a car, but it was the right time to invest. And during the pandemic, she faced many barriers like we all did as entrepreneurs. The challenges of having to get the shipments in of the products and having to be able to accept money in and out of the country. These were challenges she faced, but yet she didn't give up. She stayed determined and she grew her business. She's now one of the richest entrepreneurs and women in Nigeria.
Yes, you cannot buy goods abroad. The process of sending money is becoming so hectic, most especially during this corona period.
It's an inspiring story, but it doesn't stop there because she carried on with her education and becoming a parent, a mother, and she holds down her jobs, manages the shops, and has the dream to start a factory to actually manufacture those wrappers in Nigeria.
Are you planning to establish your own factory here in Kano?
Yes, inshallah, that's my plan. But even if it is small factory, I want to start with it.
I know that Farida, with her grit and determination and savvy husband, she's definitely going to achieve that goal. Halima was another entrepreneur that I discovered through Guatemala. And she started at a very young age, and she's a young entrepreneur. She taught us all that it's never too young to start your entrepreneurial ways. As a young girl, she had poultry, she had 100 chickens, and she learned how to sell and do all that. She had an interest in nature and agriculture at a young age. She loved watching something grow from nothing and turn to something beautiful.
Okay.
Little stuff.
So what did you start with? Your first entrepreneurship business?
Poultry. I started with little birds. That time I was around 10, 12. Yeah. And then
You started poultry.
yeah, I
How
started
many
with
birds did you have that time?
I started with around 100. Yeah, 100 birds.
Was it profitable?
Chicken. It was really profitable. I think that's where I got the whole, motivation, the push when you do something and you gain out of it.
So it was natural for her to go into agriculture for education. People thought she was crazy. If she was going to go to post-secondary school, that she should go into something that's going to make her a lot of money. But see, she was smart. She knew that farming and agriculture was the way of the future.
Halima, here in Africa, they always tell us to go to school, become a lawyer, a doctor, an engineer.
Yeah, when I started, everybody would be like, why would you go all the way to school and study agric? And I knew what I was doing, so sometimes I don't even give answers to that.
Did they ever tell you that you're getting crazy for being a farmer?
Not directly, but that's what people actually see.
And she did just that. she shifted gears from livestock into growing crops.
Like you're a poultry farmer,
Mm-hmm.
you switch from being a poultry farmer, and then now you grow
Crops, yes. I'm not into livestock anymore. Maybe in the future. Yeah, but
What made you start this one?
I think I love the fact the green, you know, I love the fact that you get to see a beautiful environment. You grow something out of nothing. So yeah, and I like this is where my mind is at the moment.
Now, as a young woman, she faced barriers, people not taking her serious. And this is where she taught me the importance of standing your ground and believing in yourself. You don't need a large capital to start, she taught us. She showed how little she started with and how she grew. She bought hectares of land where she has rice and vegetables that she sells.
From the beginning, or you started
From
somewhere?
the very beginning, I started with small capital actually. Yeah, but you know, farming doesn't need a lot of capital. You can just get in, since we have rainfall, it's nature.
Okay.
We have the rainfall, we have the weather, we have the soil. And most of our soil in Nigeria is very fertile. It's very good. So you can just go in with little capital. It's basically just like free with a little token.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
In terms of acquiring the land?
Acquiring the land is a bit tough, but the whole process is not really hard.
She doesn't live close to the land, but she's built relationships with the people in the villages around her. They protect her land when she's away and as she goes to sell her crops.
45 minutes drive?
Yeah, 45 minutes, 1 hour. Mm-hmm.
So which people protect this farm for you?
The villagers.
They protect the farm for you?
They protect the farm. We have, for example, right now, since it's crops, we have the vegetables, they're always growing. We have people that stays there, that lives with their family just close by. So they're the one protecting the place.
She also taught us the importance of failure. Never to be afraid of failing, because failure happens to all entrepreneurs. She faced failure several times in her business career, and at a young age, that's okay, because she was able to pick herself up, brush herself off, and carry on. Whether it was from starting with lots of investments with little return, or unfortunately Mother Nature wiping out crops, failure was part of her experience. And she shared the lessons she learned and how she grew from that and knowing what not to do next time.
The major challenge that you faced when you started this farming?
Okay. You know, just like every business, you know, failure is just a part of life. I feel like you have to fail before you get to, you know, you have to fail to know your mistakes.
Exactly.
When I started, the first time I failed and I lost a lot of money because I spent a lot. It was irrigation. It wasn't rainfall, so it was irrigation, and I got really bad seeds. And that took me like twice the time of cultivating, which is twice the expenses, twice the labor, and then at the end we got very little produce. So I failed the first time, and then
You tried again?
I tried again and I got flood. It was really good, and then we had flood.
It had more rainfall?
Yeah, and it washed away everything. So we literally didn't turn up with anything.
How did you feel that time?
Well, I told you I started business at an early stage, so I kind of wasn't really stressed out because I knew that there's something, you know,
like ups and downs.
Yeah, and I knew that there was something waiting for me. Yeah. So, and from that mistakes, from that failure, I learned a lot of things. You know, when you fail in something, you can't go back to that again. You can't really do that mistake again. Yeah.
Amazing, isn't it? She did also share, though, that despite learning failures, it is discouraging, but that never give up attitude, keeping going forward, has allowed her to become an inspiration to many women entrepreneurs, especially young ones. And despite people not having the belief in her, whether it's her choice of career in going into agriculture or because of her young age. Often she won't even tell people how young she is because she wants to be taken seriously. But she's proven to us all that anything is possible with belief in yourself, to learn from your mistakes and to keep growing.
For the rice, I do the whole farm, but for the vegetables, this is about one hectare.
Wow.
Yeah, we have peppers, we have onions, tomatoes, a little bit of eggplant, and a little bit of beans. But the beans is actually for the fencing for the sides. Yeah, we have the bigger bean.
It's amazing the beautiful land that she's seen and developed over the time. I was so inspired. Even Wadamaya said he wanted to go into farming based on what she's done.
They think you're crazy.
Yeah.
But do you see yourself as a crazy person?
I don't. That's why it doesn't bother me. I know that agriculture is the future. Especially in Nigeria, we have amazing land, we have everything. So it's the future, literally.
I mean, like, no, I don't even want to leave. I just wish I can also buy a land in here.
Yeah, you can just relocate and stay. Yeah,
I have to relocate.
She has an amazing YouTube channel where she shares her food vlogs, and that's awesome because she's taking what she's created from scratch and putting it into the kitchen. How amazing.
Since I came to Kano, I'm not seeing any YouTuber from Kano. So what I'm going to do is to create a YouTube channel for you.
Okay.
So that we help you tell our stories from Kano. Is that
all
okay?
right? Hopefully, but it's going to be mostly food vlogs and stuff.
Food vlogs?
Yeah.
No, show us food vlogs and show us a little bit of Kano.
All right, then.
We know you can do this. Help me. 10,000 subscribers by the end of this month for this beautiful lady beside me. I mean, she has been of a great help, taking me everywhere I want to go to.
Inspiring, too, to see such a young woman. Yes, inspiring to all of us. She's something to watch. Another inspiring young person is somebody I learned about coffee. Now, I love my coffee, and I love learning success stories. When somebody tells you no, what do? Well, this young woman from Congo was studying in Paris, and she wanted to go and plant coffee in Congo. She was told it wouldn't grow. So when she was home in Congo on her vacation, she said, I was going to give it a go. So she planted some coffee.
Knowing that they don't grow coffee in Kinshasa, how did you discover that this land is perfect for coffee?
At first, I just wanted to try because everyone was telling me coffee doesn't grow. So it was just a test, actually. I had nothing to lose. I was a student at this time. So it was just like, I have nothing to lose, let's try it. And I was coming back and forth for holidays because I was studying in Paris. And well, it grew. So it was surprising for me. And at first it was just like, aha, it grew, good. And it grows, good. And after that, the idea of doing a business came after.
And lo and behold, it grew. She was so ecstatic. But she was like, told you so. So she was thrilled. So she went back to Paris to finish off her education. And once she started to see the growth in the coffee, she was thrilled and went back to Congo and started to develop a relationship with the chief of the village there.
It's the chief of the village,
okay.
Chief Cobra. It helps me a lot.
She wanted to keep it going. She wanted to do something with that coffee. Now, a lot of people were telling, oh, you could sell it to this person and this person to have them make it, turn it in the crops into refined coffee to sell. But she decided, no, I want to build my own brand. I want to take this fully. So she has done just that. It's incredible.
I decided to try with coffee too.
Okay.
But everyone was telling me, okay, coffee doesn't grow in Kinshasa. You cannot do coffee in Kinshasa. And you cannot do Arabica in Kinshasa. But I try because I like to see by myself. And it's grown. And as you can see, we have Arabica.
And how do you feel knowing that you've done something impossible in Kinshasa?
Actually, at first, it was just like, ta-da, I have coffee, and that's it. And then people was telling me, okay, I know someone in Turkey, I know someone in Lebanon, he can buy your coffee, he can do that, he can do this. I was like, but why I will just sell it? Why I cannot just transform it, build my own brand? bonne nouvelle. Nous sommes enfin à Kin-Marché où vous pouvez trouver la quinoise. Nous proposons 4 gammes de café pour satisfaire tous nos clients. Le café Arabica, très doux, faible teneur en caféine pour une journée aromatisée. Le café Mochaccino, le meilleur café chocolaté. Il est recommandé contre la fatigue et le stress. Le café Arabusta, idéal pour renforcer votre énergie au quotidien. Robusta, pour plus de robustesse, avec ce nouveau format et une valve 250 grammes.
La quinoise, le plaisir du vrai café 100% naturel, 100% congolais.
She has helped people in the village have employment and opportunities. The men come and help her with the crops of the coffee, and helping refine it. The women also are helping in the city, in the village, and helping. She's going to start a bakery.
And for the mamas, we are constructing a bakery, artisanal, so it will be like the job. It's for them. It will be like the job for them in the village.
She's provided job opportunities and helped opportunities grow in the village that weren't otherwise there, only because she started something from scratch. Everybody's inspired by her grit and determination.
All the people that work in the plantation are living just nearby. And it's also an open plantation. That means that all the people from the village can grow everything they want in the plantation for free. So there is like some spaces just for them. They can put their own vegetables, fruits, and it's for them.
But what she said is the challenges are great. The infrastructure's not there, the roads, getting things in and out, the electricity or lack thereof. When Wadamaya went to speak with her and learn about her, starting from scratch, growing the coffee and now manufacturing it herself by creating an own brand, he asked her what her vision was.
What was the major challenge that you faced when you started?
Well, you see the roads to come in this plantation. We have no roads. We have no electricity. All the things we do it like it's private sector. We don't have like a lot of helps, and that the main things.
She wants to have a coffee shop, which would be awesome, just like Starbucks in the village, which would open an opportunity for a bakery for the women in the village.
So which means you soon need to open a coffee shop. Are you thinking about that?
Yes, I hope so. I want to have the Starbucks made in Kinshasa, like kind of like a coffee shop like that.
Oh, okay.
That makes you proud and that makes you, proud.
Again, every person in that village that was young has moved on to bigger opportunities to make money, go to school. So it's usually the older people, the papas and the mamas, that are left in the village. So she's utilized their skill sets and given them purpose.
As you can see, I just have men.
Yeah.
Because in the village, all the young people left. So you just have like old papa or old mama. Yes, they left for the city center to have a job.
She shared one of the challenges that she was facing was a bridge. There was a river and she needed to build a bridge so that people could get safely because a woman in the village had drowned. And Wadamai offered to pay for that bridge. How inspiring.
Normally people go through the river to go to the other side. But people, like one lady died a few days ago. So we decided to have a bridge so it will be easier for people.
Are you doing that yourself? Are you constructing the bridge by yourself?
Yeah, by myself. We already have all the things to have the bridge, and the chief cobra will build the bridge. He has the know-how to do that. $600.
$600. Can I pay for it?
Oh, wow. One more than welcome.
Yeah? Let me pay for the bridge, but when you finish the bridge, let me know that you've done it.
Okay.
All right? I'll pay for the bridge.
What I've learned from this young woman is never let anyone tell you no. That yes, you can start small and you don't have to sell your products or your crops to somebody that knows more. Learn and grow every step of the way. Stay true to who you are and build your own brand, because after all, isn't that what entrepreneurship is about? Giving opportunities and job and opportunities to the village as a whole, to the people living there, and giving back to the community. All of these elements make an amazing, strong entrepreneur, and this woman definitely inspired me.
let me understand, you have your own brands, so which means that after you harvest the coffee, you just add value to the coffee.
Yes.
So from the fresh to what?
To the final product.
To the final product.
Yes.
What is the brand name of your coffee now?
Like quinoas.
La quinoas.
Yes, quinoas mean a girl from Kinshasa, a woman from Kinshasa. And the name like quinoas, it's because the plantation is in Kinshasa.
It seems you love Kinshasa with all your heart.
Exactly, I love Congo.
You love Congo, not just Kinshasa.
Yes.
The fourth and final woman entrepreneur I'm going to talk about is from Zimbabwe. And this young, well, she's not so young, but that's okay. She's young at heart. Taught me a lot about the importance of trying new and different things at an early age to decide what it is you want to do. Now, this woman tried everything from cake design, cutting clothes, planning events, and really dabbling in travel and tourism.
I've always been an entrepreneur all my life. I would go after work, I would go to college to learn how to make cakes, to learn how to cook, to learn how to cut clothes and all that. And then during weekends, I'll be doing wedding cakes, I'll be doing events, whatever, and I'll be teaching. I ended up having my own classroom at home where I was teaching at home the travel and tourism from the house. Did my diplomas, travel and tourism, then got my first job at a company called Express Motors as a bus conductor. So I was selling bus tickets at that company, I think for 2 years. Then I left, and then I got a job at a travel agent as a receptionist. That was 1995. I worked at that travel agency as a receptionist and then started doing ticketing consultants, I think for 3 years, then I moved.
She loved traveling. She loved customer service element of it, but had to go through many different jobs to find her niche. She started as a receptionist, a travel advisor, and although she loved it, she felt like there was something more she needed.
I didn't look, I think I have always been wanting or looking for something better to do because I never was happy staying in one place because I always thought that, you know what, I think if I move to this company, I'll be better. That's what I did until I said, no, wait a minute. I keep moving from one job to the other. I ended up being a job trotter. I'm here 1 year, I move, I'm here. What are you looking for? Then I said to myself, you know what, I think let me start my own business.
Her husband loved cars and loved making a profit and had the business sense. And she was inspired by him. So she started to teach from her home travel and tourism. And as she came with many students, one of them said, you have to have your own company in travel and tourism. So along with some others, she started a company.
1999, we decided to start a company called Real Travel and Tours with my 4 partners, one of which I'd met as my student at where I was teaching. Then he says, no, you can't be a teacher and then working for somebody. Can we start our own travel agency? We started our own travel agency in 1999 with this gentleman who was my student. He had money. He had his own businesses. He had started way before me. We started the company in 1999. 2000, I was the marketing director. There was a CEO and other people.
And she was the marketing director. So she was bringing all the people in and they made a good profit. But she felt like she wanted more. So again, do you see it's gradually growing and growing an empire?
Still, I wasn't satisfied. Because I felt that I was doing all the marketing for the business, so I was bringing all the clients. I felt that all the money belonged to me. I didn't want to share with the other 3 directors. So I moved again.
She said what she found when she finally founded her own travel and tourism business in 2003 was it was like nurturing a baby from birth. A business is just the same. You need to teach it, nurture it, grow it, teach it right from wrong. Fix the issues or dilemmas that this child or business faces and to protect it.
I started my own entity, which is Travis Travel. That is where I am now. So since 2003, I've been running my own business. It hasn't been easy. Just like anything, it's never easy. It's like a baby is born. It's not easy there for the child to grow up. They are born, they start crawling, they start to walk, they start talking. So many things happen. Same applies with a business. When you open a business, it's like a baby being born.
Yeah.
You have to look after it like an egg so that it doesn't break.
And through every lesson in this process. She shared nuggets of information. She has a prosperous travel and tourism business in Zimbabwe and inspires others to go after their dreams and goals.
If you are given something, you can't look after it because you have been given. You don't know how to look after it. You don't know how difficult it was for the person that gave you to get the money to buy what they will have given you. That's why you find if I give you 10,000 today because you didn't work for it, chances you won't do much with it.
Thank you.
But if you give 10,000 to someone who is an entrepreneur, if you come back after 2 months, that 10,000 could be 15,000 or 20,000.
It may not always be what you look for at the beginning, but you may not always be happy in where you land, but never to give up. Keep finding your passion and your purpose.
So I started my business 2003. It wasn't easy like I thought it was going to be, but because I'm not a quitter, I don't give up. I always, nothing with me, something that cannot talk back to me can never be difficult.
All of these women entrepreneurs have taught me so much, and I encourage you to take the time and subscribe to their YouTube channels, follow their journeys and learn more, because they have so many more nuggets to share. As I explore my entrepreneur journey across the globe, I will be back for another session, another episode, but next time probably with men, but I know there's lots of women entrepreneurs still out there. But please, find your passion, find your purpose, and if you're an entrepreneur, take the lessons I'm sharing here, apply it to your own life and your own entrepreneurial journey. Because when we share, we all grow together. And that's the beauty of what Wadamaya has provided for me and other entrepreneurs. And thank you, Wadamaya, for that. Until next time, please don't forget to hit the notification button and like and subscribe. I'll see you later. Bye.